Welcome back to another Warhammer the Old World Battle Report. Today we have the Undead of Sylvania marching against the brave men of Nuln. Will Empire gunpowder be enough to overcome necromantic sorcery? You'll have to find out shortly. Well, right now. I'm running my vampire accounts. It's a little bit different list. Dropped the 2 Banshees and the level 3 to put in a vampire count on a whatever they're called, the big monster, the abyssal terror, winged terror with no wings. With this is using the renegade pack, so she is a level 3 with lore familiar and a great weapon and talisman of protection. Going for spectral doppelganger is the plan. And then I have big unit of blood knights, level 4 on the Mortis engine, Graveguard with a Battle Standard Bearer, White Lord, 2 units of Dire Wolves, 1 unit of Zombies, and then this thing here is my baggage train. I had to drop another unit of Zombies as well, my opponent's army of Nuln has big block of veteran halberdiers with a griffin banner and a general in there, with 2 detachments of handgunners, and then a unit of outriders for his core. Then he's got a little unit of Knights of the White Wolf, 2 cannons, a hellblaster, and a steam tank, and then that's his baggage train. And then we were playing the diagonal deployment, whose name I can't remember, 3 strategic locations, and baggage trains. So trying, this is one of the missions for the square-based Toronto tournament, so we're trying it out. Deployment, we made the train a bit heavier on this table, which was helpful for me. It gave me places to hide my things from his cannons, my high-value targets, particularly the Blood Knights, the Mortis Engine, and the Vampire Count. Both of them are very scared of getting hit by multiple cannons. They're probably not going to die, but they can certainly spike the damage, and then it really limits. I just need to protect them. I don't want them to die. Blood Knights as well. Even though they can be resurrected back, I don't want to get, 30 shots from a volley gun or some cannon shots down the flanks. It can be a bad day. So, hiding with the train. So, I got first turn, I believe. Oh, that's just another picture of deployment. So, pushed the units forward just so they could be within 6 inches of the objective, since it's very permissive that way. My dire wolves just moved into places to threaten his units. Here they're threatening the outriders. They can either shoot the outrider. The outriders can either shoot them or shoot at the blood knights and get charged by the dire wolves. So trying to be a bit of a threat overload. Here again, threatening with vampire count against the hellbuster volley gun, and hopefully also threatening the dire wolves. I didn't do this right, as we'll see later. And the Mortis Engine is just hanging out within resurrection range of my 2 important units, but not visible to any cannons. What happens on the Empire turn is he doesn't move too much. The halberds shuffle forward a bit. The knights form into a line, ready to receive the countercharge, or ready to countercharge my knights. What happened here? The outriders focused on the dire wolves, but didn't actually manage to kill them. I think a couple cannonballs hit my blood knights and killed off. Maybe just one cannonball killed one, and the other cannons went after my this guy. my vampire count, and I think he maybe like rolled a 1 to wound once, and then I made a 5-up ward save another time from this cannon, so that kept him alive, which is lucky. And I think the volley gun shot the direwolves and left 2 alive, which again he rolled low on his number of shots. I did have glittering robe up, making the vampire count a bit less of a tempting target. Turn 2, the Blood Knights get their last knight resurrected. Then they charge into the White Wolves, who countercharge. The Dire Wolves, what do they call it? Are they Dire Wolves? Run past the Outriders, who do have pistols, and I figured I would just die on the standard shoot if I charge them. So I'm either going to make him shoot at them a second time, or he's going to have to deal with them another way. My other dire wolves couldn't charge the Hellblaster because the tank, steam tank, had moved up into the way, blocking their charge, so they just have to run around. This is also a really bad move. They're here now stopping the tank from giving ground, which is dumb. I don't know what I was thinking there, because what it's going to do is, even if I win the fight, or if I win some fights, because the steam tank is unbreakable, normally he'd be giving ground 2 inches, and maybe if I win a couple rounds of combat, he'll be close to getting pushed off the edge. But because the direwolves are there, when I do win my combat, he can't go back anymore, so he just stays still. Which is what happens. So I think this is the overall picture. We both do a couple wounds to each other. I fail to cast Spectral Doppelganger, I think. Or if I do, I don't roll very well. And he gets a couple of his stomps through, because the steam tank stomps have AP against everything but behemoths, and I'm not a behemoth, I'm just a monster. So they're AP2, a couple get through. The Blood Knights murder the White Wolves and then reform. And the Graveguard push up forward a bit to maybe get a counter charge going, or combo charge, I mean. And the zombies are just doing their thing, scoring points. So what happens in the Empire turn is the Hellblaster. I think the Hellblaster again failed to kill the direwolves and only killed one of them. He maybe got a misfire, I can't remember, but it was ridiculous. This fight continues. We each do, I think, a couple wounds again, which is starting to get scary for my vampire count. One of the cannons blows itself up, which is lucky. Can't remember. This cannon maybe tried to killed one Blood Knight. Maybe yeah. And why haven't these wolves done? And I think he shot at them. Okay. I think he tried to focus his fire on the Blood Knights and killed 1 or 2, which was disappointing for him. Good for me. So then another round of combat. Finally, the last wolf is able to charge the Hellblaster volley gun. It'll fail to kill it and then crumble and die. The other dire wolves charge this cannon, and the same thing happens. They fail. The Blood Knights charge the handgunners rather than the block of state troops, because they would have gotten to fire anyways. And then I think I readjusted this unit, I think, after I took this picture, to set it up so that I could drill him back into formation, not clip the halberdiers, and then overrun into the wizard, which is what happens. So my wolves have died. I've lost combat this round against the steam tank, have given ground, and he's stayed put. And so here are the halberdiers charge into the Graveguard. Do they win the combat, force the graveyard to give ground a little bit, but they don't do a ton of damage. It's mostly static combat res, and with yeah, it's not really enough. I think the steam cannon maybe backs up and tries a cannon shot into the vampire camp along with the volley gun. I had the previous turn cockily not cast glittering web because I don't want to miss a dispel, and I mean the steam tank doesn't have to roll a hit anyways, but it stops. But then of course I'm now getting shot at close range by a volley gun, and don't have glittering web, but thankfully I think he rolled really low with his artillery dice, and so the vampire camp continues to live. I think he put more shots into. Not sure where his shots went. Into the Blood Knights, maybe? Maybe into the Mortis engine. Didn't hurt it. But anyways, then we get a situation where the vampire charges it's had enough of fighting the steam tank, charges the Hellblaster, kills it, and overruns past it. I think after failing to restrain, which is pretty typical. And then the Blood Knights use drilled to go into the rear of the Halberdiers, and the Graveyard in the front, which spells the end of the Halberdiers. Just a lot of kills from those Blood Knights, and I take away his rank bonuses. So he's no longer getting the Griffin banner, so they flee and are ran down. And we called the game there. He did play the steam tank turned around and tried to kill the Blood Knight with its cannon, but wasn't able to do it. Or not the Blood Knight, the vampire can't. To see if he could get the moral victory there, but he did not. The vampire, I believe, lived. So yeah. I was definitely scared of the cannons, and the train on the board helped for sure. But the Mortis engine is very durable. Anyways, the vampire is pretty durable. So even in a different situation, I think, it's certainly, I think it's still an uphill battle for the Empire, even if the train had been a bit more favorable. My opponent thought that his deployment could have been a bit better, trying to save his war machines. I think he deployed them fairly early on the hills, rather than saving them to the end and then trying to counter deploy in a way where they have good shots initially. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun game, and really thought that the vampire had a chance with Spectral Doppelganger to just munch through that steam tank, and I don't know if I ever got Spectral Doppelganger actually cast. So yeah, that was a good lesson not to rely on the vampire count. After this, I'm going to put the vampires away for a bit, I think. Unless I go to a tournament or something, in which case I'd have to actually finish painting them. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.